Hey guys, I am Found Vendetta, and we are going to talk about some stuff tonight. I had a few people send me some questions ahead of time, so I wrote them down, so we're going to go through some of that. So if you guys have any questions for me, put them in the comments, and I will try my best to get back to you as much as I can. Unfortunately, I dropped my phone like an hour before this and cracked my screen, and my vision's terrible to begin with. So I'm gonna see if I can lean in and read them. So we'll give it a second, and then we'll go through these. I have like a list of questions. Hi guys. Hello. Thanks for joining. It's kind of loud outside. I'm actually in New York working on a film right now, or TV show rather. So I have a little bit of off time. I'm not used to being in the city. It's crazy loud. I have to lean in so close. Hi guys, how are you? Hello. Are you too far back? I don't know. Am I like, I'm always too far back. My eyesight is terrible. I'm like squinting to see everything. Hi. Alright, so again, if you're just joining, my name's Fallon, and we're going to talk about things and stuff and everything that's exciting or not exciting. I'm kind of a nerd, so entertain me, I guess, and I'll entertain you back. So I had some questions that came in, and I wrote them down, and I figured that I would just start with those, and then we can go from there. If you guys have anything, feel free to ask me. So the first question I got was, how old were you when you got your first tattoo, and what was it? So my first tattoo was pretty terrible. It was the Pink Panther on my back, like total tramp stamp, not cute at all. And I begged and begged and begged one of my friends to do it, who was apprenticing at the time, and he forewarned me. He's like, listen, it's going to be bad. Why don't you just wait? And I was so set on doing this stupid Pink Panther that I was like, no, we're going to do it. It's going to be awesome. So needless to say, my dad had like a total heart attack because he's like, why would you do that? I told you, just, you know, wait a little bit and I'll take you somewhere good. Why would you do that? It looks so bad. So he definitely gave me a bunch of shit for it. So I wouldn't recommend that to anyone. It's actually been covered up 3 times, and the third cover-up was terrible. I mean, probably even worse than what the Pink Panther looked like. I probably should have just stuck with that horrible thing. So I've actually undergone 8 sessions of laser treatment, and that kind of sucks. But I can show you guys. So this is after 8 times of going, and I'm going to cover it up again. So it's going to be a process, but it was bad. So that is the monstrosity I'm dealing with right now, which is why usually in pictures I don't ever show my back because I hate it. So, you know, it's totally cool. Whatever, we all make mistakes, right? The next question was, what's your favorite and your least favorite spot to get tattooed? Kind of a weird question. I mean, people ask if tattoos hurt, and I guess, you know, some hurt more than others do. The most painful spot for me, the worst time that I had sitting through a tattoo was my stomach. So I have a Dutch Head mop there. I had a really hard time with that. I usually sit really well, and that, I thought I was going to throw up the whole time. So we split it into like 3 sessions. It wasn't that pleasant at all. I tattooed my pelvic bone, which I don't know if I can really show you that one. But that was pretty brutal, I guess, too, but definitely nowhere near stomach. The most recent we actually did on the inked artist spot, and it was this guy. So I don't know if any of you tuned in to see that. But that was done by Chino. I think we did that a week ago now. So it's pretty new, but that was different. I guess with answering everybody's questions and chatting, it kept me up, but I honestly could have fallen asleep. It was amazing. So we did this based off of Sweeney Todd. I'm like a huge musical theater and horror nerd. And we tied that in. There's a line that says, "You'll drip rubies." So I actually have a couple other gemstones on the top that were from my mom. She was, prima ballerina. I swindled her into liking my tattoos because I made them her favorite thing, so, But so we're going to add a bunch of other gemstones and whatnot and some pearls, so that'll be cool. How many tattoos do you have? That's always such a weird question because I guess it depends if you consider how many times you sat for getting tattooed. Certain spots take longer and some are like, pieces that are put together. I would say if I were to actually count tattoos themselves, it would be over 30. Guess that sounds right. Artists that I'd love to get tattooed by. Holy crap, there's so many good artists. I don't know. I definitely tend to favor more of like a realistic style, but I like the fusion between, like neo-traditional and realism too. I think that's pretty awesome. It allows you a lot of flexibility that you wouldn't have necessarily going with one style, so that's pretty cool. Influences for tattoos. So, I guess when I first started getting tattooed, it was just kind of random bullshit that I wanted, like the Pink Panther that I thought was cool at the time. And I do have some kind of random spur of the moment tattoos now. Let's see. Oh, so I have Pee Wee Herman. And Pee Wee Herman is kind of, he was kind of a spur of the moment. He was funny. He entertained me as a kid. So I thought that I would entertain myself. I was going to get him with like a bucket of popcorn and like a really excited face to be funny, but I guess I should probably just leave that where it is. And then on the other side was kind of an impulse too. I have a decapitated jackalope. So that guy, that was kind of random. That was like, I don't know. I want something kind of cute, but it's got to be dead. So I do that kind of often. I guess I'll kind of skip ahead because I saw this question. But it's like, do you have, a certain way of life or things that you live by or like a favorite quote? And my motto, if you will, is find beauty in all things. So the way that I was raised, my parents actually kind of taught me to look at things that were like conventional beauty and, look beyond that. They taught me to see things that were unconventional as more exciting. So typically I go for things that are like a little more morbid or dark because, it kind of gets overlooked. Let's see. Hi, thank you for great tattoos. Take your pants off. No, I can't just sit here without my pants off. You guys are saucy. I don't know, maybe later. Maybe when it gets a little darker out, I guess. So my start in the tattoo industry. It's kind of interesting, I guess. I always knew that I was going to have tattoos. My dad had tattoos. But for me, my primary source of income is acting and modeling. And, when I first started out, I was a dancer. Not like stripper dancer, like ballet dancer, which is fine. If you strip, get it, girl. Or guy. But I couldn't really have them for work at the time, so, you know, I kind of waited a little bit, but I started modeling for this company, actually, this tattoo company, before I even had tattoos. It was kind of weird, so they would Photoshop all of these tattoos for these ads onto my arms, and, you know, I thought it was a little odd. They were always, like, really terrible looking tattoos. I'm like, people can obviously see that I don't have any of that, but if it works for you, cool. And then I waited quite a while. The first tattoos that I got on my arms, yes, I have kids. I have two. I got a portrait of my son first, and then I got a portrait of my daughter, both at the age of 4, so they can stay my babies forever, and they're always close to my heart, because I travel a lot for work. So, you know, I kind of just accepted the fact that tattoos weren't going to necessarily stop me from what I did in a profession. I just did a movie not that long ago with Ice-T. It's called Blood Runners. It's like a Prohibition vampire movie. Super cool, but obviously in Prohibition era, nobody had tattoos, so it really wasn't a big deal to cover them up. So if you get a chance, check that movie out. It's called Blood Runners. It's pretty awesome. I think the DVD goes on sale March 17th, I want to say. Let's see if I can read any of these. Yes, I gotta see it. You should. It's so fun. Ice-T is super cool, too, and, like, his wife's really nice, and they have the cutest little baby. So, adorable. Definitely check that movie out. It's fun. It's a fun time. Let's see. So, yeah, that kind of just progressed. I don't know. It's nice now because, you know, obviously I work in the tattoo industry a little bit more. With that, a lot of times people ask, you know, if I wanted to be a tattoo artist. Here's my thing. I love getting tattooed. I think tattoos are great. I think they're an awesome way to express yourself and a beautiful art form. I feel like it would be unfair to me to say that I wanted to just become a tattoo artist. You know, there's so many people that's their craft, it's their skill, and they dedicate, you know, so much time and effort and, you know, learn as much as they can, and they practice as much as they can. And for me, with what I do for a living, there's absolutely no way that I'd be able to dedicate that time. So I don't think that would be fair to ever jump into it in that aspect. Let's see. Hobbies. So I have a lot of hobbies, I guess. What are these people getting mad about? Why are you mad, bro? I actually, I went to school for photography, and that's like the one thing that I have left that I actually use as a hobby, or remain as a hobby, because everything else has kind of become work for me. I used to do like horror and special effects makeup, kind of as a hobby. You know, I worked for a haunted attraction, but I do a lot with that now, and like mass casualty training, and so that's pretty cool. Let's see. Who else? We can't see my face. Oh my gosh. Can you see it now? Is that better? Will you be doing more singing in the future? Yeah, so actually I go back into the recording studio Monday, I believe. Notice me. Hey! Hi, Elizabeth. The sign is over your face. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm not good at this. Hold on. How's that? Is that better? Wait. I turned it sideways, so I'm just gonna sit like this for the remainder, if that's cool. Is that better? Did I fix it? Can you please say I love you? I can't read your name. I'm so sorry. But hi, I love you. So let's see. Some other questions, and I'm gonna sit. You know what? Let's turn this. How about that? And then maybe it will. that's real life. And I'm an idiot. There we go. How's that? Did it turn? Or are we still sideways? Guys, I'm failing at this miserably. Hold on. No. No. Alright, well, I'm just going to keep it this way. And I'll have to sit off to the side. It's cool. Sorry. I tried, okay? I'm definitely not perfect here. Alright, so somebody else asked if I had pets. Yeah, I do have pets. I have way too many pets right now, actually. I have 2 cats that are grown-up cats. They came from a rescue, and one of them is a polydactyl, so he's got like the 2 full front paws in the back. He's pretty cool. His name's Fuego. And then I have another cat named Violet, and she's kind of a hussy. She got out, and she had some oops babies. They're super, super cute, but they can't stay with me forever. And I have parrots. I'm like the crazy bird lady. So I play pirate sometimes. That's kind of enjoyable. That's enough. No more pets. Hi, I love your sleeves. Oh my god, thank you. So if you guys want to see them, I'll get a little closer. I'll tell you about them. So, yeah, so these were jewels that, my mom was a ballerina, so that was her crown, and then that was one of the jewels from her costume. This one I kind of just fabricated on Photoshop because I thought it would look pretty. So yeah, so we're going to tie that all into the bottom. This is actually going to be reworked really soon. And then on the forearms, I have the Empress Tarot card, which is on my mom's side because she's my goddess. And then this side is my dad arm. So I have the 3 of Swords Tarot card, which this way it represents basically betrayal, distrust, dishonesty, and reversed it's a sign of forgiveness. So you have to be loving and forgiving. Then I have my little dead seahorse. My dad and I used to actually pick them up on the beach, which was kind of cool. And then I have my octopus, and there's this guy, Mel Fisher. Mel Fisher was like a treasurer, hunter, explorer, and he actually had given my dad this coin from the ship called the Etosha. So that's pretty cool. And then the collarbones, I have peonies because my grandmother always had them, so it reminds me of her. So I tried to be a little more sentimental as I got older. Let's see. Loving and forgiving is always good. It is. It totally is. Such a queen. I don't know if I would say that I'm a queen, but thank you. I appreciate it. I guess I'm queen of my own world or some weird shit. Let's see, what else? Favorite book. Oh my gosh. I am like old poetry obsessed, so I tend to read like Charles Baudelaire. Charles Baudelaire is super cool. He's pretty dark. It's like early French poetry, but everything that he says is beautiful, and I really wish that people still talk like that because that would be awesome. I'm like kind of obsessed with Victorian era things. I like Victorian architecture too. Let's see. Days off. What do I do on my days off? Well, today was supposed to be my day off, but I ended up actually having a shoot in downtown New York, in Manhattan, and then I was in the inked office for quite a while, and now I'm here doing this, and I'm working on scripts and music, and I don't know what a day off is anymore. If somebody has an extra one, please let me know, because I would love to share it with you. Funniest memory. Oh my god. My life is like not normal. It's like extremes. It's really good or it's really bad, and I think that's why I'm so level-headed for most things. But right now, like off the top of my head, so when I was little, we went to this dance convention, and we had to do like these little favors to hand out. And I remember I was in the shower. My mom was like, "You need to get in the shower. We have to leave." So they were using like puffy paint, if you guys remember that back in the day. I think people are starting to use it again. But they were like writing on these visors, and I just hear this loud pop, and this, oh my God, and it was my grandmother, and she and my mom, I guess, forgot to they cut the top off of the puffy paint, so they squeezed it, and the thing, like, exploded everywhere, and, it was crazy. We were in, like, this ridiculously expensive hotel, and it got on everything. So my mom's like, you have to come help right now. And I had to get out and, like, scrub the floors as a kid, like, in a towel. I was, like, crying like an idiot. It was pretty funny. So we had to stash a bunch of stuff. So dumb. Let's see, what else? Waiting, huh? Yeah, ridiculous. What was your first tattoo? I talked about that earlier. My first tattoo was the Pink Panther, and it looked like shit. Like, it was bad. I definitely should have waited, and I was 16, and, you know, it's cool. Whatever. We all make mistakes, right? Let's see. Can you please say, my best friend, thank you. Thank you. Good tattoo artist. I can't read all of these. Jared is chill. I don't know who Jared is, but apparently seems cool. So, hey guys, if you're just checking in, I'm Felon Vendetta, and we are just hanging out, talking about some stuff. And I keep, like, blocking my face because I suck at this. And I'm really shitty about talking about myself, but it's cool. So, let's see. Scariest moment. Ugh. Okay, so I ended up working at this haunted attraction. It was, I think, the third or the fourth that I've ever worked at. It's called Penhurst Asylum, and that's located in Pennsylvania. I kind of started working there again to, or not again, but started working there to prove something to myself, because as a kid, we would sneak in there, and we had one night where we went that, yeah, it was kind of weird. Like, a door slammed shut in front of us, and we ran to get back to the car. We were taking off. We thought it was, like, security or something. And we go to get in the car, and the car wouldn't unlock. And, like, this is going to tell my age a little bit because I'm kind of old, but whatever, it's cool. So we get in the car, and we go to take off, and we hear this brrrr, this crazy loud noise. And we're like, oh! I got a pager that day. It was, like, a brand new pager. And nobody had the number yet. So when we finally got back to the house, we looked at it, and we were, like, trying to figure it out, and it spelled out, come back. So it was pretty crazy, and I've dealt with some weird stuff in there. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted places in America, but it's pretty cool. What else is going on? You love me. Oh, I love you too. Thank you. Hi, you remember having one of those? Damn. Old school, right? Hello, hi. Hey, guys. I'm sorry that I have to get, like, in your face here to read this. It's so dumb. Have you ever been to Fear Factory? Fear Factory in Philadelphia, right? Yeah, I actually did if it's the place I'm thinking of, I did, like, a guest spot after one of the horror conventions. I, like, had to chase people with an axe. It's kind of cool. I felt like a badass. I liked it. Let's see. What all do you do for work is a question I got. Okay, so what don't I do? I work mainly in the TV and film industry. So right now I'm in New York working on a TV show pilot called Russian Room. So it's pretty cool. It's it goes from the 80s to present day, and it's about, like, this Russian mob family and all this stuff going on with them. I'm acting in it. It's only a small part, but I'm actually doing all of the makeup and all of the special effects, so it's a lot of work, but it's really, really great people. The director on this film I met on another film called Fright Fest, which will be out pretty soon. Fright Fest was with Dylan Walsh, so you guys might know him from Nip Tuck. Super cool. And Pancho Moeller. Pancho Moeller is in the new 31 Rob Zombie movie. Pancho's, like, the coolest guy you'll ever meet in your life. He's so sweet. And Romeo Miller. So, I know, we're not supposed to call him little Romeo anymore, but Masterpiece Son. It was a great experience. They're really, really cool people. And I also, this year, not too long ago, did a movie with Tara Reid called Worthless, which that actually makes me want to skip ahead to a question, too. One of the questions that I got was, you know, what's something that you're really passionate about? And to be honest, I'm an anti-bullying kind of, I wouldn't say advocate, but I feel like, you know, in all seriousness, we'll get back to fun stuff, but in all seriousness, I don't know what it is about social media or, you know, the internet in general or just in public, but people have kind of changed a little bit, and I've noticed that, you know, if someone's got a keyboard in front of them or, you know, a cell phone, that they think they can say and do whatever they want, that people don't have feelings, and it's honestly kind of shitty, you know. As much as you don't let things get to you, there's always going to be somebody that's got something to say, and it is what it is, but I feel like putting a stop to that's kind of important, you know. So I work really hard to kind of spread a message that way. And working on that film was like super important for that. And Tara Reid's awesome, and I know she was definitely bullied in the internet, but tabloids, all that stuff. But yeah, that's definitely an important thing for me. I want people to be nicer. Like, I don't understand if you don't like somebody. There's that whole like, be nice, you know, don't say anything at all if you don't have anything nice to say. Well, yeah, it's not that hard, but haters gonna hate or whatever, some bullshit. Let's see. What else? Hi. Hey. Very pretty. Thank you. That's very sweet. Thanks so much. I don't know what that says because I cracked my screen today because I'm a dummy. Alright, next question. So, how did you get started? It started in what respect, I'm not really sure. I guess I grew up in like a performing arts family, so, you know, I like grew up dancing and singing and doing all types of fun, nerdy shit, and that kind of transferred into doing modeling for like, I don't know, like dance catalogs, so like all those silly little dance outfits, I wore them all the time. And then it just turned into other stuff, and that turned into movies, and blah, 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 blah. So, it's cool. I've been in it my whole life. It's kind of what I know, and I can't really do the 9-to-5 job thing. I'm a little too, I think, ADD for that. Let's see. Why don't you have any tattoos on your legs? I do have tattoos on your legs. My legs, not your legs. Everybody just wants my pants to come off. Y'all are perverts. So, I have Pee Wee Herman, which I showed you guys earlier. And I have Strawberry, and I have Frankenweenie, because I love Tim Burton. The Lollipop from Trick or Treat, and on this side I have my Jackalope, and then I have an arsenic teacup, and I have some teeth. The one that everybody wants to see, which I'm not going to show you the whole thing. Behave yourself. The back of my legs, too. This is like so much work. The back of my legs say Foolish Mortals, because I'm like Disney obsessed. So when I was younger, I used to go to the Haunted Mansion all the time. And then as I got older, I was like, it sounds kind of dirty. I like it. So I like to take things that seem a little off and, you know, just make them my own. What else? I've seen it. Oh, I'm sure you have. Take it off? No! Naughty. I did, sort of. I love Disney. Disney, like, I don't know. For me, it was such a cool outlet. You know, my aunt and uncle worked for NASA, which is kind of crazy. But, so growing up, I split my year between living in Florida and living in Pennsylvania. And it was so cool. So I got to do, like, all types of cool stuff. I miss doing that now. But, yeah, I always... The Pirates ride, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Haunted Mansion. Still to this day, my house is basically like Haunted Mansion. I live that way. Hi. Shout out from the City of Angels. What's up, LA? Take off your top. No, I'm not doing that. Nice try though. I'll give you points for trying. There you go. That's it. Disney rocks. Love your tats. Thank you. What's your favorite film that you've played in? Oh, man. So I worked on a lot of cool movies. Most recently, definitely is Worthless, the movie I did with Tara Reid. And Quentin Aaron, actually, he's in The Blind Side. He's like the biggest teddy bear you'll ever meet in your life. It was important to me because it was anti-bullying, but I'm actually a bully in the movie. I play the role of Nikki. Nikki's kind of crazy. She eats lollipops the whole time and says a bunch of witty, ridiculous, very mean things. But it was fun. It was fun to kind of be a badass. And my other favorite role, God, there's so many that I loved. I worked on the show Banshee. So Banshee had, like, you know, quite a few seasons. They ended in the 4th season. I was recurring on that show, and I was in the Coven. So I was not a good person, and we got to, like, yell things in Latin, and, like, it was awesome. It was super cool. Lollipops. Yes, all of the lollipops. Billy and Jamie. Billy and Jamie are here. Hey, guys, I didn't even see you. I'm sorry. Hey, friends. I like your face. Oh, I like your face, too. That's so sweet. Thank you. So, I don't know if you guys saw, I'm going to totally blow her up right now, but, Farah DeMorte and she and I hosted or did commentary, whatever you want to call it, from the Philadelphia Tattoo Convention, and she legitimately is like one of my, she pretty much is like, her and this chick Brielle is pretty awesome, are like my 2 best friends in the entire world. Farah and I act like complete jackasses everywhere we go, and usually we end up talking like this the whole time, and everyone loves it or hates it, and they're like, stop talking like that. So it was kind of hard because we're trying to do the tattoo convention and interview these people for the Guinness Book of World Records and not be abnormal. It just doesn't, whatever, we're weird, it's fine. Hello from Nottingham, UK. Hey, what's up, UK? Hi, guys. Is that a rose on your shoulder? No, it's not a rose, actually. It's a peony. My grandmother always had peonies at her house, so it reminds me of her. Love you. I love you, too. Oh, guys. Oh, Mike Wazowski. So I get questions about my friend Brielle all the time. It's so funny because and like all of her stuff is private, and every time I talk about her, it goes crazy. But everyone's like, "Who's the chick with the hearse?" It's my friend Brielle. Brielle, I'm gonna call you out, so it's cool. Let's see what else. Views on internet trolling. I'm back. Yeah, don't be a dick. It's not that hard. Life's too short, you know. Most people want to focus their time and energy on complaining about things. Like, if you're not happy about things in your life, you don't need to take that out on other people. Use that energy to do something about your situation. I don't like the negativity. I don't have time for it. Something you wish you could do over. I don't know. We all make mistakes, but I think learning from your mistakes, it's part of life. So, you know, you learn, you live, you move on, you try to be a better person. Let's see. Favorite scary movie? Do you have horror tattoos? Yeah, I totally have, I guess, things that you could consider horror tattoos. Like my jackalope, my arsenic teacup, I busted out teeth. I don't know how I'm going to show you guys this and not get kicked off, but I have a bite mark on my inner thigh that, it's pretty gnarly. So, I guess that counts as one. Favorite scary movie? That's like the craziest question to ask me, really. I really like stupid old slasher movies. I don't necessarily have a favorite. Farrah's favorite, she's Evil Dead all day, every day. She's like Lady Bruce Campbell. So I think her liking that so much has made me really like it too, just because she's so cute about it. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I saw you today in New York. You were taking pictures. I was too scared to say hello. Why would you ever be too scared to say hello? Listen. So I was saying earlier, I have kids. Honestly, as long as I'm not with them, even then, just say hi, but be respectful of them. That's the one thing I ask. If I'm like shoving food in my face, maybe wait a minute, but don't ever be afraid to say hey. Like, I love saying hey to you guys. It's totally cool. I don't mind at all. How do you think people perceive you is another question that I got. You know, it's interesting. there's a lot of times that what I do for work, I'm usually in like collared shirts. Most people wouldn't know that I'm tattooed, I guess, and I feel like I've broken a lot of stereotypes with that. You know, it's still becoming more accepted in society, and the crazy thing is more people are tattooed than, you know, aren't tattooed. But with certain things and, you know, whatever job industry you're in, it's not always accepted. There's kind of like a time and place for it. And it's nice because there's been some people that, you know, they've definitely had a differing opinion of it. And then they realize that, like, I'm not a dick. So that's cool. But a lot of people, too, I guess think that I'm, like, because I have tattoos, maybe that I'm more aggressive or I'm kind of like a badass. And I don't know what you consider badass. I mean, I guess staying home and playing pirate and writing music is badass. Like, whoa. But I have met a few people that were like, wow, I really thought you were going to be a bitch. No. That's kind of weird. Whatever. Hi. Hey, your tattoos are beautiful. Thank you so much. Do you have a back tattoo? Yeah, so we were talking about back tattoos earlier. And so they're it's really bad. I actually went through 3 layers of cover-up. It's atrocious. Like, it's the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. So this is through 8 layers, or I keep saying 8 layers, 8 sessions of laser treatment, and I'm gonna start covering it up soon. So that's good. Let's see. I like your tattoos. Thank you. Jamie, she did. I don't know what's going on. Hey, in Brazil. I don't know what our time check is here. Does anybody know what time it is? I've always wanted to be an artist. Oh, thank you so much. So let's see. There was a couple other questions. So what else are you working on as far as music? So right now I'm actually working on some new stuff for Sinners or Winners. I directed a music video. It's the first music video I ever directed, and that is, that's on, you can find it on YouTube right now. It's called Punish Me. It was a lot of fun. I had so many people that wanted to work on it. It was kind of crazy. I had to, like, turn people down. I felt kind of bad about it, but it did really well. We had, like, 12 hours to make this basically as a short film. It was super cool, so I'm really proud of it. So if you guys want to check that out, and then the band Sinners or Winners, it's kind of got like the old school Marilyn Manson vibe, so I'm recording some of that new too. It turned out amazing. Thank you so much. I love you. Sinners or Winners and stuff and things. Yeah, all of the things and the stuff. Outstanding. Right? See what I did there? Outstanding. Can you No, I'm not a tattoo artist. So the closest that I've done to tattooing, I kind of worked, you know, in a shop a couple times, and, you know, I dated someone who was an artist he did a lot of my work. But, you know, I'd help out in the shop, and I'd do stencils, and I got stuck scrubbing tubes, and I did a couple little things here or there, just like baby stars and stuff, but I'm just not, it's not fair. I can't dedicate all my time to that. It's cool. Nice tattoos. Thank you. Still nobody knows what time it is. I could be implants. Thanks, Captain Obvious. No, they're not implants. Whatever. What's the tattoo on your stomach? The tattoo on my stomach is Death's Head Moth. I don't know if you can see it. So, yeah. Do you draw? Yes, I draw. I draw a lot, actually. I don't know. It's kind of one of my hobbies. So, sure. Let's see. Put Galaxy on C first. I don't know what that means, but all right, cool. Anybody else? I'm sorry that I'm like an old person and I can't see anything. Tennessee. It's 9 here in Tennessee. Are you is that a different time zone? I don't know. Yeah, actually, it would be. You're very beautiful. Thank you so much. You guys are so nice. You're like the nicest person. Look, 6:58 in Vegas. Oh my gosh. Vegas is cool. I've only been there like 2 times. I went with some friends and then somebody that I was dating. We were gonna go to a wedding, and then we stopped there first, and it was kind of cool. I don't know that I could be in Vegas all the time, but it was fun to visit. Let's see. Hi, hey, how are you? What's going on? 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock? Alright, so we're gonna hang out for probably 5 more minutes. So if you want to ask me anything else, now would be the time to do so. I want to see your leg tattoo. Everybody's all about, look it, everyone's helpful with the time now too. The leg tattoo. Alright, you know what, the heck with it. Here, guys, because everybody is just driving me crazy with this. So, alright, leg tattoos. So, back to this. So we have my jackalope. This is kind of getting lasered off. And then I have, you guys are crazy with this pants thing. Alright, so here's a funny one that we didn't talk about, which is really great when my daughter asked what it meant. Good times. So it was kind of spur of the moment. This is one of the stupid things that I get. And my friend Kayla and I was like, let's just go do something. So we'll see if you catch the joke. It's this one. Yeah. So it says came too soon because I thought it would be funny. And yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So when anybody asks about it now and they're not quite sure, I'm like, death, it comes too soon. My way to cover it. Let's see, what else? They look great. Thank you so much. Oh my god, OMG, you guys. I don't know what that language is. I'm sorry. Yes, queen. Alright, guys, well, I have a long day tomorrow. I have to be on set, super early, because I gotta go do more makeup stuff. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I had fun with you, and I'm sure I'll be back soon, maybe Monday or Tuesday. So, think of some new questions for me. You can find me on Instagram, under Fallon Vendetta. My fan page is under Fallon Vendetta. I had fun. Everybody have a good night, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Now if I can figure out how to turn it off. Oh, here, we'll do this. Make everybody happy.